If you were planning on building your bullpen with 4 Tommy John victims who didn't wear a major league uniform all of last year, one of them since 2011, all the way back when this thing happened, I would venture to guess your team was beginning a long, arduous rebuilding process. Except if you're the Kansas City Royals, of course. Take masterful closer Wade Davis, whose minuscule .94 ERA was not doubled, tripled, quadrupled, or quintupled, but sextupled just 2 years prior. Also take number 1 overall pick Luke Hochevar. Also take former number 1 overall pick Luke Hochevar, who struggled mightily for much of his KC tenure, was drafted ahead of decorated big leaguers Also take former number 1 overall pick Luke Hochevar, who struggled mightily for much of his KC tenure. Also consider number 1 overall pick Luke Hochevar, who struggled mightily for much of his KC tenure, was drafted ahead of decorated big leaguers Clayton Kershaw, Max Scherzer, and Tim Lincecum. These 3 potential Hall of Famers each own over 100 wins respectively and have combined to win 7 Cy Young Awards and make 12 All-Star teams. Hochevar, on the other hand, has amassed just 44 career wins, along with goose eggs in the Cy Youngs and All-Star appearances column. So GM Dayton Moore deserves a ton of credit for developing these shutdown late inning forces, right? On second thought, what was he thinking? Out of the 30 big league teams this past year, let's see how many flaunted the same closer they had 2 seasons prior. Well, let's start narrowing them down. Less, even less, lesser. 4 teams. And only one of these 4 teams made the playoffs this year. And hence is a maddening roller coaster that is the modern day bullpen. So what really is the blueprint for bullpen success? Nothing, quite frankly. Royals manager Ned Yost used his bullpen for a whopping 40% of his team's innings in this year's playoffs. It was a recipe for relief success as the nocturnal KC Kids scored 51 of their 90 playoff runs in the 7th inning or later. Reclamation project Ryan Madson managed to become a key bullpen force on the cheap, earning just $850,000 with Kansas City. To put that into perspective, oft-injured slugger Giancarlo Stanton, who missed almost the entire second half of the season due to injury, was making 400 times that amount. Yet Dayton Moore keeps getting paid. You can't explain that. That's life for you.